Hey, kitty cats. It's me, Auntie Oogie. I wanted to read a story to you. This is a story that I wrote. Um, I'll let it speak for itself. It's called, let me pull it up here. It is called The Bear Berries. Okay. Um, let's see. You already know this part, but I'll just start from the beginning because this is a story I wrote for strangers, but you're not strangers. You know who I am, but I'm just gonna read this to you how the story is written, okay? My name is Oogie, Auntie Oogie to you. Like backyard boogie oogie oogie. Oogie is short for Ukimakwe, which translates to chief lady. I'm not actually a chief or anything, but I was a powwow princess twice. Anyway, I'm Bear Clan from the Meskwaki Nation. I grew up on the Meskwaki Indian settlement, or as we call it, the set. It's located near Tama, Iowa. And growing up, we would go across the Iowa River to go to ceremony in the Udanigan. And we also grew up going to powwows on the powwow trail. But in the Udanigan and in the powwow arena, there are songs and dances for Bear Clan. I know that in a tribal traditional sense, Bear Clan have always been leaders, protectors, healers, and we still have our ceremonial bundles. But I started to wonder what being Bear Clan meant to me. I asked one of my grandmas about it. What are the bears to us? All I had really known was that they were considered our relatives and we shouldn't eat them. She said they are our inspiring guides. Inspiring? Then I began to wonder, how do bears inspire me? I mean, what do bears do? Bears hibernate, they sleep for long periods of time and only get up when they're good and ready. They take long walks, they climb trees, they swim for pleasure, they forage and eat berries and roots. They eat fish and deer and whatever other meat they can catch or scavenge from others. And they're protective of their young and keep them close. Maybe I'm more like a bear than I thought. I really am. Several years ago, for this woman's Bear Clan ceremony that we had, there was this medicine woman from Canada. She came to do ceremony with us. And afterwards, she was telling me about a rite of passage for Bear Clan. It was one that I had never heard of. It was a berry fast. A berry fast meaning not eating berries for 1 year. I mean, this meant to be a sacrifice to honor our bear spirit. To not eat berries for 1 year would mean that there would be more for them. And it seemed like quite a feat. No berries for a year. Like no blueberry muffins, no strawberry shortcake, no to most smoothies. I mean, does cranberry juice count? It's mostly sugar. But no berry picking? No berry picking. That just seemed impossible. It took a couple years before I felt ready to commit to a berry fast, but this story that I'm about to tell you is the reason why I decided I had to do a berry fast. So, in the summer of 2011, I lived in a tent in Haines, Alaska. And I worked as a cashier during the day at a sporting goods store. And in the evenings, I would hike on the trails of, in the mountains or in the woods. And there were two mountains. One had brown bears and the other had black bears. I don't know. They just came to some kind of agreement that they lived on separate mountains, I guess. But I was taught that the black bear is the one that we honor, our inspiring guide. So that was the mountain I hiked on. And I figured, when it comes to bears, that was my safest bet. Because I had heard stories about other people's run ins with bears. I mean, a bear once stalked a tour group in the woods, and the tour guide stayed calm and talked to the bear until he escorted the group off the trail and back to the van. And this other guy had a moose charge out of the woods toward him, and then it turned and ran upstream. And then a bear came running out, looked at the guy, and then turned and ran after the moose. He said it was pretty scary. But at the store that I worked at, we sold bear spray. But my boss thought of bear spray as a joke. He said, I tell the tourists, be sure to spray it on you. It's like salt and pepper for the bear. But, tourists bought it and I didn't say nothing. I just said, be safe. Oh, good times, good times. Okay, on with the story. Okay, I'm good. Focus, Oogie. Okay. I thought if a bear did try to eat me, maybe I'd be like the girl from Juno. She punched a black bear in the face to save her dog. It ran up into her backyard and had the dog in its mouth. It was like, and she's like, ah, because she loves her little dog. She ran out there, pop, and he's like, dropped the dog. The bear took off, and she got the dog to the, doggy hospital, and it was fine. It was fine. It lived. Anyway, one day, I was hiking around on the Black Bear Mountain, and I got to the top of this mountain, and I start to see bear meese, bear droppings everywhere, okay? Like a lot of them. So I started to, slow down, and wondering, should I keep going? And then I hear this snap of a branch somewhere over there. And I stopped and I said, I guess I'll just get going back. And I walked backwards a few steps, and then I turned around and I just calmly walked back the way I came. And then I hear another snap of a branch behind me. And I started thinking, am I being stalked by a bear right now? And my heart was pounding, and I just kept walking down the mountain, and I hear another snap. And then out of nowhere, I felt this warmth expand out from within me, in my heart center, just like a blast of energy. And then I heard the snarl of a bear, and it was coming from within me, but outside of me, but in an ethereal way, like out here. My ears didn't hear it. I heard it and felt it and seen it in my mind's eye, and with my soul, my spirit. It was like, and I stopped and I was just like, that was weird. But I felt safe all of a sudden. And it was like all that fear was gone, and I knew that I was safe. And I continued walking down the mountain, going back and forth in the switchbacks all the way down. And then finally I stopped and I listened. And I didn't hear the sound or felt the presence of a physical bear stalking me, like nothing. But I could, in my mind's eye, I see a bear sitting and resting and just watching me in an observant, protective kind of way. Like how your mom watches you when you play. And that was the first time I ever saw or felt my bear spirit. And it felt really, really good. And after the medicine woman from Canada told me about berry fasting, I kept thinking back to that story where I felt so protected and I was compelled to honor my bear spirit. And so I picked my birthday to start and end my berry fast. It was not easy. I mean, everyone around me always had berries in some shape or form, and they always offered me some, and I would stop and explain about the berry fast. And so a year later, July 25th, the day I could eat berries again, I was working as a farmer at this organic farm called Dream of Wild Health. And at the time, at lunch, they surprised me with strawberry shortcake and blueberries. And I almost cried because even though I knew that it was my day to eat berries again, I was like, barely getting up to get to work because I was very tired. It's very hard work being in the hot sun doing farming work. But I had just planned on getting berries after work and then enjoying it at home, where I could just like sit back and enjoy. And so I hadn't bought any berries yet. And so they brought me this strawberry shortcake with whipped cream and blueberries. And I just ate it. And it was like the most delicious berries I had ever eaten in my entire life. Like, they were so good. And I just had immense gratitude towards, the other farmers for showing me love and giving me berries. And I felt relief that I could finally eat berries again. It was almost like a blessing from my bear spirit of just saying like thank you. And even to this day, whenever I eat berries, I'm just so grateful for like the savory taste and the juice of the berry. It's so good. And I always feel a deep, deep appreciation and love for my bear spirit. And it took a long time, but I finally understood our connection. And I understand now that wherever I am, my bear spirit is always with me. And that's what makes me feel safe. What makes you feel safe? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't feel safe, let me know in the comments. All right. Auntie's got your back. Auntie's always got your back. I'll be your bear spirit. Talk to you later, kitty cats. Love you. Love you lots. Bye.